Next stop in the background here is House of Pain Gym. House of Pain is probably one of the most hardcore gyms in St. Louis. There's literally equipment here that like you can only find in Europe, custom built leg presses. So today I'm training in House of Pain Gym. This gym is a hardcore gym in St. Louis. Because I trained through this first show, I'm actually just picking up on schedule where I left off. So basically I'm doing my next day, which happens to be a push day. I told you guys I'll be doing push in these videos quite a bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna hit my push day, even though I just competed yesterday. Didn't do anything too fatiguing. The water load and water drop might have caused a little bit of fatigue just to make weight, but after that it was really just I had to do pump up workouts, things like that. Nothing really too fatiguing, so I'm still just gonna continue. So as I was saying before I was cut off in the beginning of the video, this is called House of Pain Gym. There are literally pieces of equipment there that are from Europe that are custom built, like leg presses, etc. that would be on this side of the gym. As you saw, the monolift, leg stuff, Smith machines. There's pictures all over the walls, like this one here, Dorian Yates. It's super neat. Paris Haney, Flex Wheeler, obviously. And then members who have earned pro cards or who are very competitive are also on the walls. Super neat gym environment. This is a different side of the gym with all the pushing, pulling, tricep stuff, bicep machines. There's the Arnold and Franco pictures, legendary. But yeah, so this is just a little tour of all the equipment in the gym. Dumbbells go up to like 150, I believe. They actually just expanded recently as well. But yeah, so that's House of Pain Gym. Just a little tour. I'll come back with another voiceover over a couple of concepts like warm up, how to warm up for your session, and things of that nature later on. So currently I am warming up. This is 275 close grip Smith machine incline bench. This is the first exercise. I then increased to 295, and I believe I did 295 for 4 sets with 1 or 2 in reserve. This set right here was called a potentiation set. A potentiation set is the set that you do before the working weight for the day, just to potentiate the body for what's to come, basically. There's a lot of neurological benefits to this. There's a lot of in-session benefits to this. You notice sometimes people are like, oh, the first set was so heavy, the second set felt really good. This is sort of to minimize that and use the potentiation to feel how the weight's going to move for the day. So this way, if there is some sort of mishap, you can go down, up, whatever it may be, and then continue with the session. So Smith machine close grip, 4 sets, I believe it was like 12, 11, 10, and then 9. So hopefully you can hear me over the music in the background, but first exercise was Smith machine close grip press. This week's 1 to 2 RIR, just because it's like basically the end of the last week, and coming up is peak week for this Long Island show, where I'll be one from fail to failing with a lot of added in intensity techniques, probably because we're getting rather fatigued, diet fatigue setting in. But yeah, so Smith machine bench. Moving on to a tricep that I actually wanted to do this. I had this planned out for a while, but I figured it'd be a really good intensity technique to try out. It is a cable overhead extension, superset with a cable pushdown, and right after those two, going into a close grip push-up. So hitting the same musculature as the heavy compound exercise for the day. And it's only 2 exercises because muscle groups are being trained 3 times a week right now. But yeah, then I'm gonna have some delt stuff and record a little bit of the gym. The way I perform any superset or triset is basically by Typically selecting a weight, usually it's the same weight because it'll be something like a Smith machine skull with Smith machine close grip bench, but and you just don't really mess with the weight in that circumstance. You just do the initial first reps and then the proximity to failure for the second. So for the first two exercises, I select a rep range to achieve. The proximity to failure doesn't matter too much because it's the total accumulation of metabolites and being that certain relative intensity or proximity to failure away at the end of the total set that is sort of producing the outcome here. So you'll see that I did, let's say, 12 for the overhead extension, then 12 or 15, whatever I chose here for the push down, and then the actual focus on proximity to failure comes from those close grip push-ups. So I'm going to be 1 from failing to 2 from failing on the close grip push-ups at the end of this tri-set. I pick intensities that I know for certain that I can get 12 to 15 reps on the overhead extensions and the push downs, and then I just go until I reach that proximity to failure, sequester the metabolites, and produce the relative intensity outcome on these close grip push-ups. But yeah, so that's sort of how you would do a superset or tri-set or whatever it may be, just for future reference. And I know I have a lot of clients ask that question as well. So that's how it's performed.